Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Monday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. Folks, it's going to be a very hot, dry, and windy week here across the Grand Valley and the Western Slope as a whole. Taking a look at America's Mattress Live Tower Cam, we have a very beautiful sunrise happening. A little bit more oranges around than we have been seeing these last few weeks. And of course, a lot of that has to do with some of that smoke that we're seeing across the valley already in these early morning hours. We're shaping up to have a relatively mild start to the day, but let me tell you, folks, this afternoon is shaping up to be a bit of a doozy. We have a red flag warning in effect for a lot of western Colorado and most of Utah as well. We're seeing those dry conditions persisting as today, well, it's nearing 100 degrees. Let's talk about this red flag warning and kind of what that means and what you can expect for today and really this week in general. Of course, everything with the red flag warning boils down to three things: high temperature, high winds, and low humidity. And let me tell you, folks, this week especially, we are seeing all three of these things in a very extreme sense. Taking a look at the watches and warnings across the Centennial State, we are seeing fire weather warnings all across western Colorado until at least tomorrow evening here. Mesa, Montrose, and Delta counties, definitely no exception there. Pushing on over to the Front Range, we're seeing air quality warnings in effect as well. So things just a little bit on the more uncomfortable side. And of course, like I mentioned, most of Utah is seeing that critical fire danger, and it is definitely spilling over into the Western Slope for the day and really for the week here. We're seeing very low humidity levels for Grand Junction, Glade Park, and Moab especially. Glade Park seeing single-digit humidities right now, so I kind of want to keep our eye on that area because not only is it seeing low humidity, but if we take a look at the wind speeds, it is one of the highest wind speeds right now that we're seeing in these early morning hours. Nucla and down near the San Juans are seeing a little bit faster, but Glade Park definitely something to keep our eye on. We're expected gusty outflow winds all day long, up to 20, maybe even 30 miles an hour for some parts of the region, according to the National Weather Service. And we're really going to start to see that ramp up around that afternoon, evening time, but we will still be seeing some pretty fast wind speeds for the morning here. We're waking up to 66 degrees in Grand Junction. Montrose, Nucla in those mid to low 60s, and Paonia seeing low 60s as well. Delta barely in the 50s, and Glade Park hanging out at 70 degrees to kick off the day. We'll be seeing 90 degrees around noon here, maybe a little bit before, and then pushing up close to 100 degrees by 3 p.m. See a little bit of extra cloud coverage in the region as well here for the day. For that dog walking forecast, we got Jake hanging out with us here. We got some pretty fast wind speeds, but some beautiful conditions to take your dog out for a walk. We got those low 60s turning into mid 70s here. Just keep in mind those allergies. We've got a bit of an uptick for weeds here, so that has been pushed into the moderate category. Keep that in mind if you've got a little bit of an allergy problem. As we look ahead, though, at that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, we're seeing those upper 90s. Well, for most of the week. If we don't see that, guess what, folks? It's going to be triple digits. That's right, folks. Grand Junction is going to be a hot one this week. Montrose, slightly cooler, seeing those lower 90s for the entirety of the week. A little bit more smoke in the Uncompahgre for the morning hours, but the Grand Valley is expected to join them in the smoke later this evening.